Hi there Libra, I'm EllaAradia and welcome to your October 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. This reading is for my Libra air signs where we'll be exploring the overall energies and themes for the month ahead, as well as taking a deeper dive into how these might be playing out for you in your life. This is a general reading, so it's going to resonate a little bit differently for all of you. Although what I do find is there's always a shared theme that runs through the collective of all of you Libra signs. So take what feels aligned to you and just leave the rest. And before we jump in, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do. It helps the channel out a lot. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and then you can get notified when the next videos are up. So Libra, let's jump in. I always like to just tune into the energies before I start pulling cards. I feel that you are in some kind of transition period, and there's a little bit of a challenge around, really embracing that, because I feel like there's a sense of something that has been lost, something that has broken down, come to a completion, didn't work out. And I feel that many of you are still a little bit in this energy of regret, disappointment, like very focused on the past, on, what was lost, what didn't work out, the could have beens. And I do feel like this feeling of a void inside of you. I feel like this has left a void. And with your overall energies, we have the Chariot, navigating life's ups and downs, getting back in the driving seat of your life. That's the invitation here. And what I'm really strongly feeling here, Libra, is, with every ending there's a new beginning, and I do feel like a new chapter awaits. And what has gone before, what you're about to step into, is all part of your soul's journey. And the lesson here really, I feel, is having a little bit more trust in, what has gone down, what is unfolding. Because it feels like a divine intervention to me, where the universe has come in and moved a person, something out of your life, because you're meant to perhaps walk a different path here. But many of you, I feel, are very focused on, what has been lost. And what lies in your recent past, we have the Two of Cups. So for many of you, this is going to be a connection that broke down. This is very much this soulmate energy, these, deep mutual connections. And very often very powerful, soul lessons that can be part of those connections. The current energies, the King of Wands, which for many of you, this is the person that you're dealing with, and this can be male or female, so it's important not to get, hung up on the gender here. King of Wands, somebody very charismatic, follows their heart, follows their passion. This may be somebody that, you had a lot of chemistry with, let's say. Your feelings towards your situation, the Fool, a new beginning, embracing a new chapter in your life. Stepping into the unknown, because that's what I feel the challenge is here. you're sort of in this in-between stage where you're feeling this sense of a void here, Libra, and you're more focused on what has been lost than perhaps, you know, what else is out there, what other potentials are out there for you. Let's just look at your challenge here, the star. So when this is in a challenge, for me, this really feels like it's a difficulty to understand, you know, perhaps why things have worked out the way that they did. Because the star is all about, I feel, seeing the bigger picture, understanding the soul lessons. And it's about healing, it's about renewal, but that renewal, I feel, Libra, is a renewal that is going to be about yourself. You showing up in a different space in yourself, a different emotional space. And I really do feel that, you know, sometimes when something breaks down and we're left on our own, or we're left with a sense of, you know, feeling a void in some way, I always feel like it's an invitation from the universe to focus on yourself, to focus on what remains, and to use this time, you know, to really work on yourself and, you know, heal and process, you know, whatever that is, whatever is needed to be worked through at this time. Because when I feel into this King of Wands, you know, I feel like this is, for those of you that this relates to love and relationships, I do feel like this is the person that you maybe had down, you know, with this Two of Cups here as your soulmate. But what I'm feeling about this connection is they were not really able to meet you in this place of the Two of Cups, which is deep, mutual, balanced, reciprocal energies. You know, it's something that's on a much deeper level. And, you know, with the King of Wands, that's a lot of chemistry and charisma, and it's that fire, that passion. But what might have been lacking is, you know, that deeper level of intimacy here and that emotional connection, which the Two of Cups really does speak of in this card. And there's a real challenge, you know, to step into this new chapter right now. I really feel that in your energy. So let's just look at your hidden influence. The hidden influence is the Magician. And the reminder of this card is, you know, that you're not lacking anything, because I do feel that whatever has come to a close, it's left you with this feeling of a void. I feel like it's brought up perhaps some feelings around, you know, not feeling enough, rejection, your sense of worth, your sense of value. And the Magician comes in, you know, as a reminder that you aren't lacking anything. You know, whatever has happened isn't a reflection, you know, of your worth and your value. And, you know, it's a reminder to remember that you have all of these qualities already inside of you. And that you have what you need to move forwards and create something new in your life. You know, this is the energy of creation, of potential. And with your advice from the universe, the Nine of Wands. And to me, I feel, Libra, this is about looking back on, you know, this whole situation, because the Nine of Wands, you know, it's a card where we're nearing a completion of something, but when you look at the figure in the card here, they look absolutely exhausted. And, you know, this may have been somebody, something that, you know, you've really put a lot of work in and you've really tried, And whatever this is, whether this is career, a job opportunity that didn't work out, or it's a person that we're looking at, I mean, that's the strong energy of this reading. It feels more like it's a love reading. It's connected to a relationship that broke down. When I feel into your person, I feel that they were not able to step up to the plate in some way. And, you know, so whether this is a job or a relationship, the blockage was about things moving to the next level where it would have given you what you needed emotionally, or that recognition or that acknowledgement, you know, moving things to the next level in the relationship or career, whatever that is, Libra. And I feel that people sometimes walk away from love for lots of different reasons. And with your person there, I just really get the sense that they have more, let's say, individuation work to do. They have more of themselves to discover, to learn. They have wounds from the past that they still need to heal and resolve. And they need to grow and develop as a person before they're able to really embrace any kind of connection, you know, like this Two of Cups. And what lies in your outcome, we have the Seven of Swords. It's a card of just, you know, how you navigate your situation. It's often a card of strategy. Sometimes comes up when there's trust issues, and this is where I kind of circle back to that whole soul lesson in all of this around trusting, you know, what is unfolding, and finding the strength, the courage to really, you know, move into this next chapter here with the Fool, you know, take that leap of faith and approach it perhaps with curiosity and an open heart in terms of, you know, what else is out there, what other possibilities and potentials, because I really feel, you know, it's important to, you know, trust that your journey is still unfolding. And what lies after the Seven of Swords, we have the Two of Wands, a crossroads. And for many of you, I feel like this is a choice, you know, at some point between letting go of the past, embracing this new chapter, and making a decision that will put you on a path of growth and expansion, and, you know, really looking after your needs in this and what is best for you moving forwards, because this is a crossroads, and it's the kind of choice which can, you know, really be very significant in terms of your path in life. And I do feel the universe has come in and created some kind of intervention in terms of, you know, what has fallen apart or completed is something ultimately that is necessary for you, and it does serve that higher purpose to take you into a more expanded and better place in your life, to put you on a different path. So Libra, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, moving forwards, no matter what comes through in a reading, always trust what feels best for you. So thanks so much for being here, Libra, and I wish you a great month ahead.